Alright guys, welcome back to the first Southeast Asian Go Congress, live from the Asian Civilization Museum in Singapore. We had a nice lunch, but now we're back for more business. So this afternoon session, oh my god, it's going to be one of my favorite sessions today. We have commentary from two of the top 9 professionals. It's going to be absolutely amazing. We had a pretty epic game yesterday, so let's hope that will be the same. The name of the event, of course, as you have known from the title, is Gals versus Guys, which means 5 of the best female players from Southeast Asia will take on their male counterparts. So, of course, the girls' team will be guided by a professional mentor, and of course, she is with us right now at the desk. So let's put our hands up to welcome our commentary guest for the first half, Ms. Hye-yeon, a professional from Korea.
Nice to meet you.
All right.
Hey, Steven. Everything is going on?
Yeah. We're doing this again, huh?
Yeah. Nice to meet you again.
yeah. So how's it going? You actually were coaching them before this match, right?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it because our five hours female players are great, amazing. So if they do not make any mistakes, then okay, the easy victory is expecting you.
Oh, there's some fighting words I hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sorry for being biased, but yeah, I'm telling you the truth, yeah.
Yeah, so basically the idea of this, right, is we implemented this system such that, despite the potential rank disparity, on paper it does seem that, the male players, some of whom have played actually yesterday at the AI match as well. By the way, that was a pretty great game.
Yeah, it was,
But just in case that wasn't going to be a completely even game, right, we actually implemented this so that hopefully from this experience, ultimately it's not so much about the winning and losing.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we haven't been given much prize money anyway. I'm just joking. So ultimately, we hope that the female players and actually male players as well, they can learn from what moves they have played today.
Okay.
Because we're taking the team relay format, which is going to be pretty exciting. I've personally coached for about 4 or 5 times, and I've seen a lot of things happen in this format. It really is quite different from the individual game.
Right. Yeah, we're so looking forward to what happens in the real game. So yeah, I want to see a game as soon as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. So before we do that, I know that the settings for this game is actually including a 2-stone handicap for the girls team.
Yeah.
So did you? Okay. I suppose you're not the mentor for the first session there. Of course, Mr. Shijimbo from Thailand
we
is
have another
actually
mentor.
in the room trying to coach our young girls.
Yeah, he's very serious. He's being serious, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's willing to. He's fully ready to prepare for
You can see it from the fire in his eyes. Okay, he's not looking at us.
Oh yeah, I can see it. He's even taking pictures.
Yeah, he's determined.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a game face right there.
Okay.
We shall have lots of fun. The game's already going on the OGS Go server. So of course, if you want to follow that in real time, you can go to the OGS page, and there should be a site-wide banner advertising that already. Of course, you can stay on our channel for more commentary. So without further ado, we're gonna take you to the real game, and in this case, I think the girls are playing as black.
Yep, we started with the 2-stone handicap as you told us, and then with the 2-stone handicap, actually it's okay. The strategy will be very solid from the very beginning. Yeah, because the very first player from the female team was the fighter. Actually, she told me, I like to fight, but we decided to let her go first. Yeah, because the opening also includes fighting, right? So I think that she's fully considered as a fighter. So let's see what happens.
So the plan is to start out all guns blazing, right?
Yeah. That's true. Ooh.
Oh, all right.
Okay, let's get started.
Actually, as we are being told here, I think there's a pause happening right now in the venue, so they're being coached by the mentor right here. So in the meantime, we're gonna take a while to just catch up to the real game. There have been a few moves already, but black takes a 2-stone handicap.
Okay.
And we'll take it from the top. And white
Uh-huh.
started with a 3-4. And yeah, pretty standard so far.
Yep.
Yeah, started
Such a
point.
good opening. Such a good
Mhm.
start. And she
Approach.
plays this. Okay. And then.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
then yeah, white's already taking
Wow.
large enclosure.
Okay, cool. Okay. She approached. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, means that it shows she's confident, right?
So the plan is working so far.
A little bit, yeah. Oh, closer, I think. Yeah, a bit closer, I think, to the enclosure. But okay. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
that shows her what a great originality and imaginations. But okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
Okay, and
And then yeah, black's just gonna jump out.
So
Yeah.
far, white plays very well. White plays very well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, male players are amazing. Yeah.
Can pretty much say it's been flawless. Fuseki from white so far.
Yeah.
I think in handicap games, right, it's really important to pick up a lot of pace, right? Because
That's true.
I mean, white's already starting from a disadvantage on a board.
Yeah.
Black's already taken
Right.
2 corners, and by the way, there's no komi here, so
Yeah.
there's only half a point to prevent absolute jigo.
Right.
But there's no komi either, so I mean, white really has to almost outrace.
I think so. Yeah. Almost all the time. Yeah.
Yeah. Black in terms of
Right.
opening speed.
And then, he attached it. Okay,
Yeah.
this is a sort of a AI Josephine, right? Okay. And then, of course.
Yeah, attach.
These days, we also consider this move, right? Yeah, because AI says, okay, AI proves that this move is not bad. Okay, and
Yeah, black just backed off. Pretty normal stuff. Yeah, white just playing this target's mouth.
and,
So far, everything's pretty normal.
Okay, yeah. If I were like, maybe I'll choose this, but okay. Okay, let's move on to the next page.
Sure.
That's what I feel. That's what she feels like.
Yeah. So white approach once more.
Okay. And then so far so good. Yeah, black is better.
Yeah.
However,
yes.
However, like it means that he wants to fight, right? Of course, I think that the only move here could be this move, right? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the aggressive option, right?
I think so. Yeah, because he wants to fight, and let's fight back, right? And then she told me that, oh, I'm a fighter, I want to fight. That's what she said. So all of a sudden she changed her mind. Okay.
That's a very good attitude. You gotta take the game to the opponent, right? You can't be scared. You gotta embrace the opportunity to fight. I'm getting a question from the Twitch audience.
Yeah, that was my Okay.
So James, who's the first player here for the girls' team?
Kane.
And she is okay. Yeah, she's from Brunei, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and then who do we have on the men's team?
Yeah, we can see that.
Oh, okay. So it's
really? It means that they know each other very well, right?
Probably.
So the both players have been affected. Maybe the same teachers in Brunei, I think. Okay, cool.
If the name teachers is plural.
Okay, we call him Singwan. Ignatius Chin-Shin-Bun, many names, but okay.
Yeah. The man does it all.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll have him here on interview at some point.
I think so. Yeah.
He's definitely done a lot for.
Let's call him to the stage.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Yeah. Well, by the way, at the moment it is white. I think
we can take a look at the game.
Yeah.
This is, I think, after they went back from the pause.
Yes.
And then white's capping from above, and black extends. Yeah, that's a pretty big move. And then white's going for the shoulder hit.
Yes.
And this is where we are right now. We're actually caught up.
Yeah, there's a very good center.
Yeah.
And then it also helps any battle. In upcoming battles, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was kind of impressive because she played Tenuki. Okay, currently at the moment she played Tenuki means that you can kill me. Okay, kill me. That is kind of all or nothing situations, but I think I like that attitude. Yeah, because she played here, right?
Yeah.
So anybody believes that okay, because white started to attack, then I think that black could be running away, but she doesn't like this move, right? So basically, she played here means that okay, I'm confident. Yeah,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
am confident. Yeah, in saving these two stones, right?
Yeah.
Oh, not bad. Yeah, cool.
I mean, actually, it's a pretty huge point as well, right?
I think
when,
so. Yeah.
when black
Yeah.
extended
Yes. Yes.
at P16, not only
Right.
does it
Right.
prevent.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can account how,
Yeah.
how much, how many points of this move, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it also changes the power dynamic in the top right corner, right? Because after
Mhm.
black extends here,
Yeah.
the white stones are going to be weakened in that area.
Oh,
right?
of course, of course. I think that I think the white has to play this. I think because black black withholds this move and then I think that this move could be better. I think, but at the moment he wants to attack again. Okay, she shows the fighting spirit. Oh, I really like it. You know, I mean, I wonder the audience know the difference between male players and female players. I don't know. Yeah, because many of the Korean body fans didn't know much about the difference between the males and female players. So is anybody knows about the difference, or is there anybody who thought about the difference between two genders? Please tell me, or please raise your hand. Please tell me what kind of differences you found. Yeah, from the males and female players.
Well, both of them can crush me pretty good.
Okay.
Um,
nobody thought about it. Okay.
But I mean, this is a good topic, though. I mean,
Yeah.
So you must be just about one of the best people to ask this question to, because you are one of the top female players and one of the top players in Korea yourself.
No. Oh. Yeah, maybe I don't deserve to say this, but I think that I'm one out of five nine professional players around the world. So I was asked too many things. I mean, by the public, why girls have been weaker than male players? What's the difference between two genders? But I found because I have been studying the games from the female players as well as male players. So I found some differences, and sometimes I make lectures on that, even in the university, in a college level. So
Right.
I think I can tell you. I think I can share my own ideas, and maybe it could be a good discussion. I think. So I believe that the education of Wei Chi, the Go education must be a little bit different to males and females. I think.
So in what aspects
Mm-hmm.
should they be different?
I think that how male I mean the boys responded to how you have to see how the female I mean girls responded to. So for example, a game of Go is simple and I know. Okay, in a way, the education goes kind of clear. Okay, you have to know the Atari, you have to understand Aji, cool fights, many things on the board, right? But I think that the response from the females and males could be a little bit different. For example, you have to think about it. Think about the aji, the asking move. They respond differently. And maybe it could be a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, difficult for me to explain in aspects. Yeah, because basically everybody responded differently. It is not about genders. If you are a girl, if you are a boy, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, some people will agree that female players could be more violent, right? Female players could be likely to enjoy the battle in the middle of the game. And for example, if you see that female players like to play more cool fights than male players.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I definitely I know a lot of very aggressive.
I think so. Yeah, girls are being more aggressive, right?
And of course, I mean, it can.
And do you know why? Have you thought about it? Do you know why?
Well, I've only been told that it's. They seem to. I mean, this can apply to basically anybody, right?
Okay.
So it's not really linked to who you are.
Yeah.
Your identity, whether it be gender or background.
Course,
You could enjoy the aggressive part of the game,
right.
Or you don't, right? It's simple as that. So there can be peaceful players and more aggressive players.
Yeah.
But I've seen. I mean, I've heard from other fellow female professionals as well that
Yes,
maybe
yes.
yeah, like girls sometimes they play a bit more aggressively than guys.
Mhm.
Would that be true?
Still, I agree that could be true. But okay, in female players who are pro, still we could find some differences between two genders. Yeah, because anybody has to understand that sometimes girls, I mean female players, could be quite sensitive in some way. It is hard to explain, but sometimes male players do not care about it, but sometimes female players really care about it. That's where the difference comes out from
As
that
in the
aspect.
results of the game.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. So that's why that makes a female league more interesting. That makes male players cannot understand why she is playing like this. Why all of a sudden she started to think of this way. So if you understand girls, then if you understand more about the education, how to educate them.
Right.
Okay, let me explain more deeply about this. Yeah, for example, if she starts a cool fight, what's on her mind? Guess.
Well,
if she all of a sudden if she started a cool fight, what's on her mind? I just whatever is fine.
Just in general, if you start a co-fight, then you're battling for something, right? You're trying to win the co-fight. You're trying to, for example, if you're behind in the game, right? You attempt to bring yourself back to even terms by initiating a co. It's a risky endeavor, but if you win the co, sometimes the stakes can be quite huge. Right?
Oh yeah, sort of. Yeah.
But in general, I can only speak at a general level. That's why people start co-fights.
Good point.
I start co-fights because the Twitch audience loves it.
For fun, right?
So yeah, I mean I probably played a bit too much of the gallery nowadays, but
okay. In fact, I really want to invite everybody to the discussion here. I mean because there are some reasons girls started a cool fight or girls started to make a battle at some point. So let me explain this. Yeah, because female players want to know about your ideas. Female players really want to know what's on your mind. Maybe some males really don't care. Okay, I'm playing my way. I'm going my own way. Yeah, but female players want to know what's on your mind.
So they want to try and detect what the opponent is thinking, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But okay, there's a game between a male and the female player. And sometimes male players cannot understand why all of a sudden she started like this. So she started another battle, but that doesn't mean that she just wants to fight on the board. That means that she wants to know about your own idea. Okay, maybe she wants to know. Okay, the game is good for him, but not good for you. And she also wants to know that she really likes to ask you questions. You have to understand this. Ask you questions. Okay, how do I look? What is your response?
And then I mean these things can apply to anybody, right? So
anybody here. Yeah.
It's not really. It can apply to people.
Yeah, not
people
only
of any
Ego,
identity,
not only
right?
Badu, not only Wei Chi, right?
Yeah.
Women want to ask you questions, and what could be your best response to the girl? And then if you make a wrong answer, that makes her upset. Really. Okay, if she plays an asking move, sort of, like including the cool fight. If you play Tenuki, that makes her upset. Seriously, that is my theory. Okay, that's why she starts a cool fight. And then, the stronger male players usually play somewhere beneficial, right? Somewhere more critical that makes her upset. So that's why she started to fight. And she started to ask you more questions.
Right.
Because she doesn't, that is, hey!
Oh, actually, yeah, this is the end of the first
right?
phase, right? Yeah. Great. So we're on the break now. But yeah, sorry.
Okay, yeah. That is my theory. Actually, I made lectures on it. Yeah, because you travel a lot, right? With your girl, with your beloved one. But you don't take too much things on your luggage, right? But she needs a lot of things, right?
Depends on what things. I mean, I'm carrying two pretty heavy laptops right here.
Yeah. Okay, I see. Yeah, because you are in a very special thing. Yeah, but Okay, yeah, in a short-term period, maybe in many cases, girls need a lot of things, right? Like this, in a game of Wage, in a game of Badu. Okay, it could be a little bit confidential, I think, but I have to say that girls care more about boys when they play a game of Badu. So you have to understand that in the one game of Go, in the one game of Badu, she cares too many things. So at the end, she could be a little bit tired. You have to understand this. Yeah, because with many thoughts on her mind. And it makes her so attractive, right? She cares about this, she cares about that.
She's attentive to the details.
I think so, yeah. So she cares more about us than you care about it. You do, right? So that's why the female league is more interesting than male competition. I think.
I think that could make you a better player if you're more careful of the details, right?
I think so. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
I mean, in Go, regardless of who you are, you gotta read things out.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
To win the game.
Yeah,
right?
I'm talking something in general, right? Maybe not only in the pro level. Maybe I found that girls really care about so many things. So if you understand that, you will you will comprehend more about her. I think. Also, it will be very interesting.
I think a person's playing style it is a mirror of
it does matter.
how they think and how they react to sometimes conflicting values. So I think it's safe to say that for any individual, really,
that's true. That's true.
You gotta figure out what they like, what they care most about, right? And then so pedagogy has to be individually tailored. So you gotta find what they're good at, right? And try to suit your teaching style to the students.
It's true.
Right? But yeah, anyway, I wasn't paying attention to the bottom right of Seki there, but I think
Black is playing very well.
Yeah, this is standard to Seki. I don't think we're missing out too much here. White just taking the corner away, and Black just blocks. So I think we expect White to answer here.
And we have a very great mentor at the moment, who is Sujin Bo, professional player, and he knows well about his students, including female students. So that's why his instruction could be working at the moment. Yeah, because currently I think Black is overwhelming the whole world. So I wonder what he's thinking about, and wonder what is his instruction at the moment.
So well, it depends on what they're about to do next. It depends on how Black is doing overall in the game, right? And based on what you see now, is it an advantageous position?
Yes. Okay. Oh, by the way, it's a time for the second player will show.
Okay. Yeah. So far, I think Black's taking a lot of nice territory there, right? And
we have something uncertain here in the left.
It's spreading very quickly, but there's a lot of
the potential could be great. I think.
There's a lot of space on the left side, so anything can still happen. You never know.
But the game goes really nice. Oh wow.
Yeah. Do we know who the second player is gonna be? Or James is not here.
She's ready. She's ready for her performance at the moment.
Yes. In the moment we'll be getting the roster from James again for both teams.
Okay.
But I think do you remember the second mentor?
Second mentor of female players?
Yes.
Second mentor could be Miss Still.
Okay. Yes, Mr. Shinbo is still at the table.
Maybe the next mentor will be in charge of the third and the fourth players.
In the meantime, we have a question from the Twitch chat, or the comment rather. And the comment says, "Are we tempted to play D6 to attack White's bottom side, which is the attachment here?
I see.
But I wouldn't want White to get a wall to build a top. So, this is interesting. What if Black attaches here? Would that be an effective move?
Okay. Black can consider this move. Okay. In response to this, White will play like this and this. Maybe this or this. I prefer this one though.
Right.
Okay, and then Black can choose to protect the corner, or the Black can push like this. Okay, it's not a great idea, but currently there are 3 stones in a row, so that's why Black can consider that. So White can choose either A or B. So this move could be considered as sente, right? So sente move, white can build up his own territory here. So I'm not saying that this attachment is bad, but I think the first one that occurred to my mind is maybe this one or this one.
So black has to go into that left side area
directly,
and try
right.
to disrupt things,
Mm.
right?
I like this, but if you want to play this, okay, this is not bad. So please follow your own mind. Follow
Mhm.
your instincts. Yeah, please.
Yeah.
Right.
That's another thing, right? Sometimes
so,
I
yeah.
like teachers can be
Mm-hmm.
pretty what's the word I'm looking for? Authoritative, and sometimes
Okay.
they tell their students, you
have
gotta
to play
play
this,
here,
then-
right?
Yeah.
It's like my high school math teacher.
Yeah. Okay.
That
we
it's
have to
stressful.
understand that the teachers are authoritative at the moment.
Uh-huh.
But these days in Baduk, in a game of Weiqi, we cannot be like that because AI shows up before us, right?
Right.
In an AI's era, we cannot say that, okay, you have to play like this.
I mean, okay. I mean, there's teaching
Okay.
value in AI, right? But
Uh-huh.
first of all,
Yes.
as you have seen from yesterday's game, it maybe can't teach you endgame.
Okay.
And the second thing is, I feel like learning Go has a lot of has a huge. Oh, the second player is about to start her game.
So she's ready. Yeah.
Yes. So we'll be getting more updates from James pretty soon once he comes back.
Okay.
I
wonder.
But yeah, I think learning Go has a huge human component as well.
I agree.
You're almost like fostering a character, and you're watching them grow. Especially, I know that you have a Baduk Academy in Seoul,
right.
So having all these very young people coming to learn the game,
Mm-hmm.
you see them grow in character as well.
Yeah, of course. In attitudes, not only in Baduk, they also foster their own abilities, their attitude, how to respect your opponent, how to respect your colleagues. A single game itself can give one human being a lot of aspects. So I really admire the game itself. So I'm proud of myself. I can teach a little bit of Go. So please join us this wonderful world.
Yeah. So do I get free invites to the Seoul Baduk Academy?
Oh yeah, please do. Please come with your friends.
That's what okay.
With karaoke friends, right?
Yeah. We should do more of that.
Okay.
We can't do too much. Moderation.
Okay, moderation. Yeah, we
is
need
key
moderation. Yeah, of
to
course,
everything.
of course. Yeah, you're most welcome.
So by the way, we do have more action on the board, and it is
like
as if Black has heard our question.
I think so. Yeah. You told her what to do, right? Oh. Yeah, because she saw it.
It depends on what the sensei says. Who am I, right?
Okay. Yeah, I was saying that the attachment was not bad, right? So that's why she heard it. But I think that not because I told her. I think she liked it, right? Like that attachment. So that's why she chose it, right?
I think, and it does disrupt White from. It prevents White from making this wall here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because White has a lot of stones on the fourth line.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. So now we're seeing more. So black just connected, and because White. White has to address Black's Tanuki from earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
So now putting pressure on the two black stones. I'm pretty sure
Mm-hmm.
this is one of the things that the Gals team must have gone over, right? Because that's one of the main weak groups of concern.
Yeah, true.
So
maybe more fun. Yeah. Okay, and then two stones being attacked by White's group at the moment, so Black has to save 2 stones. But in an efficient way, so it's still very hard. It's a very difficult question,
Yeah.
Ooh, but interesting happened. I think
fight.
she's very strong. Look, we call it a buddy move. You butt against the 1 stone in the corner, right?
James, this is going quite quickly. We're already at move 52 now. It's it's not even 2:30.
Okay.
This is gonna go at the speed of light.
I think so. Yeah. This is amazing because when people play fast, when people, it means that I don't want to lose against him. So it means that currently they're fighting not only in Baduk, they also play very fast. Okay, I don't want to lose. I don't even lose speed of playing Go, right?
Yeah. It's
very cute.
1 second. Do I have any questions? Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about this position for black now? Because
Mm-hmm.
clearly black is engaging in the fight in an aggressive
Okay.
position with white, but it does seem like white has a lot of surrounding stones there.
Mm-hmm. I fully admire those two stones here because if I were black, I'll definitely play this. And then if I were black, I'll choose this. Yeah, because that one also not only saving the two stones, they also tries to get inside into white's territory here. It means that okay, not only making two eyes, right? Okay, it could be better if she attacks the two stones in the corner, right? Okay. Oh, yeah, doesn't. Yeah.
So white is extended
He
other
plays
way.
opposite.
So,
Okay.
we get more lights. Does that make us too bright now?
好久不见. You know, I'm learning Chinese. Yeah,
That's
I
kinda
try
nice.
very hard. Yeah.
I gotta tone us down a little bit.
Yeah.
Right now we're like angels.
What?
Can you guys still see the screen? Good, right? Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna tone down the face cam a little bit.
Right. Oh, nice.
So
Yeah.
that means we're gonna do this thing.
Okay.
Maybe like that. Because right now we're just absolutely glowing.
But we like this kind of battle at the moment. Yeah, because white tries to kill black, whereas black tries to save it. Yeah, at the same time, yeah, this one battle will decide what to do in the direction here. So that's why currently white wants to play like this to cut the group of black, right? Yeah, so it means that black has to connect in an efficient way, but how? The question is how.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to do something, but how?
It's challenging, isn't it?
Right. Yeah.
Right now, it's one of those things that if you respond well, it probably won't win you the game directly.
Yeah, of course.
But if you don't, it definitely can't lose you the game.
Yeah, I think
because
so. Yes, I think
the
so.
4 black stones they look like they're not in the best of positions.
Right.
And there needs to be some good sabaki play
I see.
to weave them out of trouble.
I think so. Yeah. The next move will be very important in that sense. I think.
So.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, there haven't been. Oh, sorry, I apologize. There was more live action that we missed momentarily. But yeah, black's gonna play this Tiger's Mouth, and white disconnects.
Okay.
And then.
So everybody has to understand this is a team match. Okay, this game is not played just by one person, right? So it means that every player feels that okay, I cannot kill this group because of my next player. I have to save this group, right? So that kind of feeling can change or affect the players. Okay,
or you just play Sentinels, right? And
kick
the ball to Jimmy.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway, in the game, white is blocked, and looks like black's trying their best
no choice,
to.
Right? Yeah. Black has to save the group, right? This group is extremely big, and then I think that we can feel the audience. The audience is so excited at the moment. Yeah, because the game becomes very interesting, right?
Why shouldn't they be?
I think she came.
Oh, there's a pause right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because she tries to find an efficient way, and then she uses the pause at the moment. Yeah, there is one pause we can use, right? From a player's part.
Yeah, there's one pause, 5 minutes from each player. So that means she's gonna have a word with the coach now. Well, of course, after that she'll be returning. And,
right.
Yeah, it's a bit. It's quite nice to I think have professional guidance when you're in an uncertain position.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
in fact, we should budget for this for every single tournament game. So if I'm playing an event, right? I think
Mr. Sujima is giving her a very good instruction at the moment. Yeah, it is great. Yeah.
So I suppose we're helping her out a little bit here.
Okay.
What does black need to do now?
Actually, he's telling her what to do.
But it's just in general.
In general, yeah.
So black should live.
Okay, simply put, black has to save this group, right? If she plays somewhere else, like playing Tanuki here, then maybe it becomes very hard for black to make two eyes instead. So, yeah, Yeah, primarily, black has to save its group at the moment. But how? The question is how. Of course, our assignment is that we have to make two eyes. I mean, proper two eyes. But there's no tenuki, so black will need one or two moves, I think. And Mr. Sujimbo shows her how to save the group in an efficient way. But at the same time, yeah, I think white is also thinking of it, so that's why. That's the point. And white will suffer black, whereas black will make two eyes without much sacrifice. So that is the answer.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried that white could make a nice wall outside,
Yeah,
given the black
I agree.
lives.
Yeah.
And we already see the left side is looking quite promising for white now.
I think so. Yeah. We can help. Yeah. But at the same time, even if white builds up a very great wall, but here's also the question. Okay, what can we do with that great wall? So that's also the question. The next question, I think.
And actually, sometimes walls are not easy to convert into
Yeah, you convert it to territory.
territory.
Right? Yeah.
'Cause at the end of the day, it's not about how big a wall you've got. It's about how many points you have. So
That's true.
and there are in general two ways of going about it. You could go for cash. So you try to focus on the corners and the sides, but you could go for thickness, which
thickness,
I know you're a huge fan of.
How did you know that? Oh, it was a huge secret.
Yeah.
Everybody knows. As you told us, I'm a huge fan of thickness. Yeah, I love thickness.
It's a bit trickier to do, right? Because when you have a wall like that, you need to have good command
Yes.
of the stones in the surrounding area, right? Because,
Right.
We all know that that's just Go basics right there. In the corner, you need two walls. Right? Because you can use kind of natural borders.
That's true.
And on the side you need three, but in the center you need four. So if you're just making a central territory for the sake of it, then it's easier for your opponent to invade from all four directions. Right?
Okay. I'm sorry. That is my reading. I think that black is going to play here. I think, but okay. Okay, but speaking of which, let me tell you how to use the thickness very well. So I think that it is my advice. Then just enjoy it. If you wanna convert it into territory at the moment, maybe it could be not that efficient. I think so. The way of the thickness is that it is oppressing your opponent, right? So basically, you try to think of the way your opponent is coming into your thickness, right? So instead of making the thickness into your territory, but let him or her get inside and then fight there with your in cooperation with your thickness outside. So that's why thickness is very important. But on the other hand, it is still very difficult to count how many points of the thickness, right? Usually it is a realm of AI. I think AI can count thickness at the moment. But people don't know how to count it. So just feel it. This is just you have to follow your own instincts. In terms of making the thickness the most of it, I think.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a lot of AI programs with proclivity towards making thickness outside, right? And for some reason, they just know how to do it, right? And I think a lot of players might be afraid of, for example, the opponent invading. So they try frantically to really, shut the doors. And try to, close all the openings before it's too late. But actually, sometimes that makes it even easier, because then, if you have this frantic mindset, sometimes it enables your opponent to, be a bit more aggressive even. So I suppose confidence is very
it's
important.
More like an empirical way you have to deal with conflict thickness stuff. And then unfortunately, we don't have a proper the textbook for dealing with thickness in the center. So it is very difficult. But when you accumulate more experiences, when you play more games, you will find how the thickness is important, right? So basically, I think pro players know how to use it. But maybe you don't have experiences that they give you the joseki of using fitness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's still very hard. So you should learn by yourself, and at the same time, it is the area of your own philosophy. I think. Okay, you can build up your own philosophy, and then I think that fitness is something very good, right? So that's why if you learn how to use fitness, it becomes it becomes further more fascinating. I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah, and then you're gonna see all those crazy invasions, and then you're gonna and then you try your best to kill, right?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
that now that would be a good style
Right,
for
right,
aggressive
right.
players, right? And
Right.
one of my childhood favorites
Eh.
is Mr. Takamiya Masaki.
Oh yeah.
I think a
The
lot of
cosmic
people.
style, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of
Yeah.
people, were fell in love with this
Yeah.
free flowing.
Right.
And indeed,
I
like
remember
just
that too.
visually impressive style, right?
Uh-huh.
So he would just basically set up like a huge framework,
Right.
and then he would just wait for the opponent to come in,
Mhm.
and then he would either thrash them into
Yeah.
oblivion,
Mhm.
or make a large moil somewhere else.
Yeah, moil formation.
But of course,
framework. Yeah.
being the kid I was back then, I didn't really understand like the true logic behind, and I still don't probably.
Uh-huh.
But it's quite tricky, huh? You gotta be dynamic with
Of course.
the
Yeah.
moves. So we're still waiting for the
Okay, let's get back
next
to the
move,
game.
but it looks
Yeah.
like black is attached,
Oh yeah.
and
Yeah.
that is happening in the real game.
And I wonder what's the next move here in response to
Well-
this attachment.
Well, let's talk about the first one that comes to mind. White can
Well-
white cut?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah, black will cut too. And then no choice. This is a very easy diagram for all of us here, right? And then we also consider that this is black's great success, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, not only saving the groove, black also took two stones, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
A bit nice, extra cash, right?
Yeah, right. Or else why can consider this? For example, if he wants to save two stones, maybe black will play this. I think that could be more likely to come. I think because that one is sente, right? Perfect.
Yeah,
100% sente, and black will block here like this. Still, black doesn't have two eyes at the moment.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that one.
Okay.
Because I don't think white's going to.
Yeah, white didn't make the next move.
Yeah, white's not going to easily give away those two stones. So.
Yeah. But
probably
I
gonna
really
pull
like
back.
this attachment. Yeah. I think the best move here.
In that case, is there something black can do after white's
After white?
extension?
If this.
Yeah,
right?
this.
Okay.
When this happens.
Yeah, black will play this. No matter what happens, black has to play like this, and this is not bad for black. Yeah, because it's still very easy. I mean, it's quite simple. Yeah, it's to make two stone. I mean 2 points here because that one is sente. And then whatever you do.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you can use the Kosumi to threaten white in the corner first,
I
right?
see. Yeah.
Because that's gonna affect the life and death. White's not fully alive there, so
Oh
white has to block.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
That could be a way.
Oh yeah, this is my imagination, but who knows what will happen in the real game? Yeah, because I think Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm sorry. Maybe it could be from the instruction from Mr. Sujinbo Raoshi.
Yes.
Maybe he wants to play like this.
Sensei's teachings.
Yeah, but since it's too aggressive, I think. But it's still very hard to follow this.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that Mr. Sujinbo is very, very strong. Yeah. But we wonder what happens. So okay, from my part, I cannot fully read. Okay, but I think that okay, if I'm the instructor, I'll tell her playing here. I think, but okay, I really admire his instructions. So seriously, yeah.
But actually, I mean, at this point, even if white plays this kind of Atari, it's it's a completely sente, right?
Oh yes, no, I think it's painful. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean,
But he's a good
Atari
teacher.
as
Yeah,
well.
I know. Yeah. So I wonder what happens later.
Oh no.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. But nice.
Well, but that's
Well,
That's a full enclosure from white then, and
Yeah, it is painful,
it doesn't
painful.
seem
Yeah,
like
yeah.
white's court has any life and death troubles.
No, no, not at all, not at all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Black has to save the group first, right? Black has to save the group first. Maybe
Yeah, yeah.
Black can do at best. Black can play like this to secure the two, yeah, two eyes. But okay, okay. Black sacrifice 3 stones. It means So I mean, I don't think Black is better. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but anyway, no choice. Yeah. So sometimes you cannot understand girls, right? Okay, cool. Okay, I think I see. So instead of saying that, please, boys, instead of saying that, okay, this movie is not good, please try to understand why she was playing like this, right? Maybe perhaps because Mr. Sujinbo asked her to play it here, or if Mr. Sujinbo asked her to play like this. That's my imagination. But sometimes
Right.
girls don't want to follow your instruction.
Well, there's only so much you can play out in within the 5 minute period of time, right? So there's also that. I mean, I've played in team Lego matches, and of course you could go back to your room and the entire team can talk to the coach and you can discuss however you want. But always there are gonna be unexpected moves out there that maybe it's out of the realm of the discussion, right? So sometimes you do have to improvise a little bit yourself, especially when you've run out of the pause. I think we've already used one pause for his phase, right? So the Black has to basically figure this out on her own at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment the next book is very very good. Yeah, I really encourage that. Yeah, I think I sort of understand what she feels at the moment. Yeah, because she wants sente, right? She wants sente at the moment. That could be her reading, right? If she takes sente, I don't know, it's still very difficult, but anyway. Anyway, okay, let's do this. Okay, Black can take center, right? White has to come back. So it means that she wants to overwhelm the center in this way, I think. Okay, that is her reading, I think. Like this, she wants to play like this. Yeah.
And that can be nice, right?
Yeah. Not bad, seriously. Okay, she sacrificed 2 stones on purpose. No? Yeah.
That sounds like something I would say. Whenever I accidentally die, just give it away,
Yeah. Okay.
Let it be.
And okay, that could be a very big picture that I couldn't read it, but okay, yeah, sort of. In the end, I could understand that.
Well, the top priority right now is that Black lives, right, in the top, in that corner.
Yeah.
So this
maybe could be better. I mean, for Black to save this group. So as long as she saved this group, we have a chance, right? I also belong to the team, right? So we have a chance as long as we save this.
Oh yeah, if there's anything we've learned from yesterday,
yes.
Never call games too early, right? But I mean, although it does seem like White's in a pretty good position because I think when we are just early in the game, right?
No problem.
We try to avoid having heavy groups, right? That have to really struggle for 2 eyes. Because,
I see.
I think in that case we don't make a lot of points, right?
I see. So next, nice.
Okay. Oh, she made it, right?
Yeah, she made it. Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
Yeah. That was her original plan, right?
That was her original plan. She made
started to sacrifice 2 stones, and then she wants to overwhelm the center, I think. Okay, good. That was a big picture, but it was nice. Yeah.
Right.
But it was still very hard to anticipate such things happen. Okay.
Yeah, I think Go is a game of efficiency, right? So.
Yeah, of course.
Was the second phase over?
Oh, yeah. I mean.
Actually.
Yeah. I mean, she sacrificed only 2 stones.
It's almost over, so Black has one last stone to be played.
I think so, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Maybe she can play like this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She came back so fast, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay, this move's important.
Not bad. Okay.
This might be the most important move in the game. Right? So.
This is going very interesting.
Never bad to ask for a confirmation there. But having said that, I think Go is a game of efficiency, right? So you gotta put your stones to good use. So
Yes,
this
yes.
is why I think, don't encourage people to have like heavy groups, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
then
yeah.
you can see that blacks invested a lot
Uh-huh.
in the top
Okay.
left there, but in return,
Yeah.
you know, on average, it doesn't seem like you know they're making a lot of points.
Oh, okay. That is
So-
a way of AI is playing, but okay, I see, I see. Okay, we cannot. Yeah, sometimes we cannot understand her strategies as well as we cannot understand either about AI strategy too. So we have to admire that. And
Yeah.
then, you know, my question is that okay, if he comes back like this, okay, it is great. But what if White plays here? Yeah, so it means White plays here and there.
Just finish your session. Yes. So that was the last move. That's why you hear the.
Oh
pulse
yeah,
coming
yeah.
back.
I shouldn't say this, but okay.
Yeah.
Okay, the game is going very very interesting.
And right now we're switching over to Miss Zhang Kaixin from Dan, professional from Taiwan.
Yeah, our next mentor.
Or our next mentor. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Hopefully. We're gonna
Things could
see
be
if-
better. Yes.
Yeah. We'll find out what happens in the third third session there. But yes, White could technically push up.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, and that looks like a you know at least fifth line territory if Black doesn't invade. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So Black's gonna.
So
Work on a
you have to
plan.
praise her as long as if she doesn't follow your own instruction, it means that she started to play her own moves, right? So you have to praise her. You have to encourage her that she's starting to think of her own way, right? That is maybe she came up with the ideas that okay, maybe teacher told me playing here, but she played on purpose. I think she played here. Okay, this could be not bad, but the following process could be more important from now on. I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's crucial what Black's gonna do now. Because if White makes too many points there, right, it might be difficult for Black to catch up.
I see.
But of course, if Black makes, I think that's the real game, right? White has made the final move, so that was the push.
Oh yeah, I think it's painful for girls' part. I think. Yeah, because if White plays somewhere like this, I think Black can play like this. But the point is, now at the moment, White's territory is very big, so we have to invade, and then we have to destroy White's territory here. Maybe from this move, I think. I think if I were Black, I think I have 50-50 chance of surviving.
Wow, from there.
Yeah, but you have to avoid, for example, if you play here.
It's being too passive, right?
I think so, yeah. I'm afraid of this. If White tries to build up his own territory, like this, it could be quite bigger than I expected.
Right.
It could be bigger. So that's why this is the right time for Black to invade. Invade at the moment. She didn't do it, but maybe later. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
before it's too late.
The third round's already started, right?
Yeah. The third player.
The third phase.
Yeah, came.
But where did the last move come from just now?
Yeah, I think she made the move.
Okay.
Okay.
So already the third player is starting, right?
The third player is getting ready to start. Yeah. Right?
Oh, but I thought the 81st move is.
Oh, this is the 81st move.
Yeah.
Oh, they're not counted. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, not yet, right?
It's a ghost.
Yeah, ghost. Somebody
a pro
came,
player.
right? Oh, it's so scary, like a gothic novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, that was the pivotal point, right? I mean, if Black got that turning move, then Black would really expand the bottom.
I think so. Yeah, I'm afraid of it.
And reduce White's left side, but now it's
I
the
think
other
so,
way
yeah.
around. So actually, if Black doesn't respond here, then White has his Hane, right, which can be painful as well.
Black cannot make this Hane because that one is sent there, right? Yeah. Because if you play here, not right now, but later this good move could be sent there, or if you play like this, you cannot play this double Hane. So maybe I recommend her to play here to start with. I think.
But so you said that you have 50% chance to survive on the left side.
Yeah.
And I suppose they're going over this
I
now.
thought about it.
But what would be your personal opinion?
Yeah, it is my personal opinion. Yes.
But like, what would be your plan to make a group
Inside.
inside? Because I don't see it yet.
Uh-huh.
But maybe there's some pro magic I'm ignoring.
Okay. Let me explain what happens
Uh-huh.
later. Okay, in response to this, maybe white will choose how to attack. Maybe first one is this, and the second one is this. And either way is fine for black, I think. So if white plays here, you will push this, and maybe black. It is quite easily. I mean, black can live quite easily with this move. Okay, maybe you can sacrifice this 2 stones. If white plays this wedge, black can capture 1 stone and black can cut 3 stones. And then if white answers back, black will come back, and then it is quite easy for black to make 2 eyes, right?
Yeah.
So if I were white, okay, in answer to this move, I think I will play here, and then black will push this, and everybody knows that this move is on 100% center, right?
Yeah. Oh, because white must defend against defending points.
Right. This and this. Okay. Yeah, black is not bad. Yeah, at the moment, because white still has weak points like this, and then okay, now white is okay. It's still very difficult. If white plays here, it's still very difficult. But black has a chance. Good chance of survival.
Still seems hella tricky over there.
Right, but the point is, if she's courageous at the moment, then she absolutely starts her move here. But that is my opinion, so let's ask her.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're waiting for this game to develop. In the meantime, we are getting some questions from the audience, because people are trying to get a clearer picture of what's actually going on. Because we do have people, watching this game, who maybe don't know fully, what's happening, because some of us might be new to the game.
I see.
And so maybe we could, offer a more clear explanation in layman's terms for those folks, because. And by the way, we're gonna do this, I think, in 2020 when we come back in January.
I see.
Because I've been wanting to do, just some sessions just for our beginner friends,
Okay.
Because I have a lot of people. I've met a lot of people who want to learn Go, who want to understand what Go is. But perhaps tournament games are quite difficult, for them. So we're gonna try and do this in future episodes. But for the time being, perhaps we can explain to them in a few sentences what's going on this board.
Okay, what's going on?
Yeah, just
at
the
this point,
broad
right?
picture. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Currently, white tries to attack the black's group on the top. And then she managed to save it. With 2 eyes, 2 respective eyes, right? So currently, the group is perfectly safe. And the point is, the male's team, the boy, select this move. It means that I want to extend. I want to extend this territory here to the center. So it means that if white makes more than 50 points in the including the left side,
So this is this huge area,
right, very huge, right? So that means I think black has to live inside. Yeah, otherwise I think white has more chance of winning this game, I think. So this is actually a life and death situation for me as well.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So and I suppose it's a pretty visual picture, right? Because even if you don't fully understand the more advanced concepts in Go, you can kind of see that there are a lot of white stones around here. So this must be maybe a strong sphere of influence for white, right?
I think so. Yeah.
In Go, this is how we make territory. And for some folks wondering about the objective of the game, you try to surround more points, right? The more stuff you enclose on this huge battlefield,
right.
The more you get, right? So, for example, white's really building up barriers, right? And imagine these are soldiers. You've built up a few walls here, right? Basically, if white can close this off, that's going to be, white's territory, because if the opponent invades, all exits will be completely blocked, right? So they will have to surrender. So you see, it's a very warlike picture, right?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, both parties are encountering critical points at the moment. Yeah, because Okay, maybe in less than 20 moves, you see who is better at the moment. So that's why the next move will be very important, and then White's response will be very exciting. I think. I don't know. Yeah, maybe either way. Currently, Black has many points of territory at the moment. So if Black tries to destroy White's territory, I think that Black is going to win. But on the other hand, it is not that simple, right? White is going to attack, and then it is a matter. It matters how Black can defend herself. I think. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, but no problem with our team, female players. Yeah, because we love to fight, and then female players are very good at saving herself.
So rescuing rescuing groups, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It generally yes. Yeah, because because we really care about our safety. So that's why you no need to worry about this. Look at the top, right? So she saved herself, in a perfect way.
Yeah, no, that's important. You
That's
can't
very important.
you know blow yourself out in a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
You gotta you gotta save those groups.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean Black's done pretty well there.
Right.
We have changing lights, huh?
Well, I think that this is an aspect, sort of like an effect.
Yeah. We can find our.
We got into the next stage, or sort of like.
Sure.
This is like a drama. Okay, we move on to the next stage.
Okay, we can figure out more about the lighting when we go on the break.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this has been a pretty good first half. We can say. So far, there's a lot we still look forward to, and hopefully, Black develops a good invasion on the left side, and there are plenty of chances to take still, and the game is still up in the air. Of course, White's got a nice wall, but whether or not White can keep all the stuff he's holding will be a different story. So
right,
we're gonna take a short break.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Thanks so much for your commentary so
Yeah, I
far.
really enjoyed it.
Hye-yeon,
Yeah.
I'm a professional.
Yeah.
And we're gonna make ourselves brighter after this break too. We'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back from the break. This is, once again, the first Southeast Asia Go Congress, live from the Asian Civilizations Museum in Singapore. We're back with the second half of the Gals vs. Guys special event this afternoon. We had a pretty epic game yesterday. Now we have even more epic commentary coming along. This is our third, top level commentary of the day already. Is it Christmas already? Oh, actually, it's pretty close to Christmas. Never mind. We're getting 3 wonderful commentators in one day, and joining us now is of course Mr. Michael Redmond, non-professional from Japan.
Yes. Hello. Is my mic working?
Oh yeah, you had to mute it, right?
Okay, I guess so. Okay, I'm on now. Very good.
Right. That's all good. It's all good. Comparing to the power plug yesterday.
We'll try to work something out. Yeah. So can I just dive into the game, or
Sure.
Or you have something else to say?
You've been following the first half, right?
I just came about 10 minutes ago, but I understand what's going on.
Okay.
Hye-yeon was giving a great commentary.
Yes.
And I'm gonna agree with everything she said, but I do want to dive back to this.
Yes. So
particular board position. Yes. Right here. This is a turning point in the game. White has just cut off those 2 black stones in the upper left corner. These 2 stones are cut off, but actually they have some life in them. And so if we look at the positions, it looks sort of like Black is going to get both of these sides, the lower side here and the right side there. And so Black has a reasonable amount of territory, if we count those as territory. And White only has the upper side, the upper left corner, and this lower right corner. So if Black can erase the whole left side, then Black's going to have a lead in territory, a potential lead in territory. It depends on Black's realizing the potential that Black has on other parts of the board. So I sort of agree with Hye-yeon when she said to move out with the 2 stones. It's sort of a waste if you just leave those stones behind and let them be killed. So this variation she was showing, really exciting, and it's going to be easy for Black to live. She's just so fast. I think I have to go through it, sort of spell it out, because she just whizzed through that variation. And she gave the verdict.
Yeah, she was like, this is easy.
Yeah, this is easy, and I don't think everyone could follow that. So the next move for black is actually pretty difficult, but wherever black plays, black can play here, black can actually cut maybe, that's a bit tricky, or black can jump. Either way, black's going to have no trouble living here, and white's territory is mostly gone. White's ending up with a weak group, so this would be good for black. Otherwise, white could cut the other side, and this is just alive for black, so this is easy. Black would cut here,
Yeah.
and would have the forcing move here, would be alive with some potential on the outside. So that would be easy for black too. So black should just move out, and as I think this variation that she was also showing, it's actually pretty scary for white also to be trying to kill this black group.
There's a lot at stake, right?
Yeah, and I think that black can manage this. Black has room to squeeze out. Of course, it would be tricky, so it'd be exciting. But like in this variation, if we look at it very carefully, it's probably going to be okay for black. It's more tricky for white. And white does have to worry about that cutting point there.
Right.
So I agree completely, but no one listened to her. So they played there.
Yeah.
And white cut.
Well, that's another way to find trouble.
So this is one way to go about it. The problem with this move is that it's going to give the whole left side to white. But it does have a lot of potential in this area. So black's going to attack here. Let's see. White played here and here. So it was like this.
Yes.
Yeah, and white played a nice move. So black has to attack very strongly here because the problem with this strategy, there's two problems, potential problems. The merit for black's way of playing, are we caught up?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah.
The merit for black's way of playing is that white's in a very tight position here. So if black can get a very convincing attack here, then it's going to be good for black. White doesn't have enough eye space. White's group here is in danger.
Yeah, something can be turned around, maybe in an instant.
But there are some problems with this way of playing for black, because black is chasing white into black's area. So black's territory is going to disappear. So if white can manage to live without too much damage done, then it's going to be very painful for black when black's territory is all gone. The other possible problem with this way of playing is that those black two stones, now moving out with them is not as attractive as it was before.
Because there's an extra stone there.
So, for instance, if we do this variation, it looks so much like what we were looking at before. It was so good when Hye-yeon played it. But now, this shape is just dead. It's kind of a famous dead shape. It's no good. And it's not good when you die with a famous dead shape.
Is there a name for it?
No. It's just a common dead shape. I should have said common. So it's dead. So it's not a good idea. Well, black could find ways to maybe live, but it's going to be a bit complicated. And so it's more likely that black will not try to do it that way. And we're caught up?
I think so. Yeah, almost. So black just blocked and
white's
then,
last move?
It's the jump.
Quite. White's last move here. White didn't want black to be forcing white to connect up without any space.
So yeah, now we're caught up. After that.
So white played here. White's trying to make some eye space here, maybe one eye, and then white is moving out, and you can see that all of black's territory is going to disappear here. So black has to have a very forceful attack. These black stones started out being fairly strong stones, but when white comes here, this is the vital point in black's shape. It means that the connection here is very weak. The connection on this side is also weak, although it does sort of exist there. It's going to be, if black really wants to connect, it will be hard for white to cut it off when black plays something like this. But black doesn't really want to do that. Black would rather be surrounding white. But when we get into something like this, and for instance something like this, it's a bit troublesome for black.
Right.
Because now black has to save these stones, white has this here. You can see what we thought might be black's territory sort of deteriorating.
Yeah, now there's a connection problem.
So I don't really agree with this way of playing for black. It's very aggressive, exciting, but it's losing territory on the left side and not really making any territory in this direction. So black has to be very forceful here. And I used to love this way of playing, but I learned that it's very difficult to finish it.
It's quite hard to kill groups, isn't it? Because you have to deny access to eye shape basically everywhere.
Yeah, and if only black had a bit more of a solid shape. This white stone that's just being played is really hitting a vital point in black's shape. It's making it difficult for black.
Well, black is still trying to, I suppose, forcefully attack the white group, so that's why we're seeing the peep.
This is a peep that is usually from the wrong side,
Yeah.
but it is hitting a kind of a weak point in white's connection.
And then white's gonna connect, yeah. That's
Obviously white connects.
expected, I think.
So everything is disconnected here, and it's very volatile position.
I do notice that there's a cutting point, perhaps, in white's shape. Would that be a potential error of...
You mean this one?
Yeah.
Or do you mean this one?
Well, either one of them.
You have to choose.
It's not my pick. We'll go with the first one.
Oh, the first one. That's better, yeah. I'm so disappointed. Well, when you do that, white's going to play here and connect. And it is sort of awkward because there's only one way to save these two black stones. You have to play here. And let's say white plays here. And you have to push through.
Yeah.
And you push through again. And? How are you going to save
this? Is a test, right?
Yeah, it's a test. Let's say you play this one. So everything's falling apart on this side. But never mind. You just save these stones.
I guess you could just turn.
Yeah, turn.
But you gotta be careful though, right? Because if black just blocks and plays the Atari, then it's gonna be a throw in.
Yeah, it's gonna be a throw in. Maybe it's gonna work. But this is a safe way.
Yeah.
But this would be an even trade maybe. So actually, maybe white's going to be a bit more nasty and play from this side. And then play from this side.
Oh no.
And this is sort of worrying. It looks like black has two groups that black can fight with. Black can cut here to fight with this group. Black's going to lose by more than two moves. It's really bad.
Yeah, he's only got 3 liberties.
Or black will play something like this. Even then, it looks like that group is going to extend. It looks like this group has too many liberties. So, cutting immediately is not going to work. Cutting this way is even worse. Like, this is what I was hoping you would do. In this case, white just ignores these 3 stones for the time being.
Are you waiting for the boss?
And these stones are in grave trouble.
Yeah.
And so white and this black group, when white gets the tarry here, this is really a blob of stones. Black still has to worry about the weakness here. So if black is trying to struggle in the center, that's going to make these stones give trouble to them, and this kind of stone would be forcing, and eventually this is going to die or something.
Yeah.
So it's going to be kind of an avalanche of things happening bad, all of them bad for black. So black is not advised to try to cut that. In which case this peep here is actually from the wrong side. So next, black could play this way. And white would have a slightly difficult choice because this would be the safe move, but then black would get some territory back. So actually it's better for white to play here, and if black cuts, we just revert to what we were doing.
That's the other one.
It's the same thing. So white has to realize that this is going to be good for white. Like if black comes in this order, white is sort of forced into that. White is forced to win the game. Whereas if black comes in this order, white can get confused and play the move that doesn't win so well. So if white plays here, that means white realizes that the cut is not going to work.
Yeah.
I think if it's the same person who played this knight's move, white is sort of looking at that little tizuji there.
Probably. I don't think we're seeing any rotations yet because this is the 100th move, so I think we're going to have the same player
of course.
From both teams.
Sometimes when you're playing a game, you sort of forget your plan if you get excited.
Yeah, you could be feeling the game's come back.
Sometimes it looks like 2 players are playing. Schizophrenia.
Well, I don't know if they have any more positive. It does seem like that. Oh, yes. Right, we have the table in front of us this time. So
Okay.
yes,
So now, just to give you a kind of a idea of what the territory looks like.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that the left side is going to be white territory, and it's not 100% yet, but there's a good potential that black will just allow that to happen.
So we'll measure up to this line, I
Right.
guess.
Yeah. So that would give white a total of about 50 points. Just counting everything. Counting about 10, more than 10 points there, less than 10 points here. About 30 points on the left. At this point, we can just give a kind of a something close to the correct number.
Yeah.
Black has less than 20 points here, a few points there, so that gets back above 20. So black needs 30 points on the right side to win the game, or to catch up, make it a close game. And you can see black has a lot of problems here that will make it complicated for black to surround the right side. For instance, if black really wants to save these stones, it means white's going to be moving into the right side. This is just going to be kind of trouble for black. And it's going to be a very low territory when black gets it. Some stuff like this could happen, stuff like this. The more black plays forcefully, the more trouble black gets into.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about black's stone placement on the right side just early on, because I think there were a lot of stones on the third line.
There were a lot of stones on the third line. Nowadays, people don't worry about that as much. It's another thing that AI have changed the way we think. The game seems to have stopped for a while. Are they consulting?
Yes, I think so. Yeah,
they're consulting over.
Yeah, they're at the table now. So this time, different from yesterday, we do have the girls' team mentoring in front of us. So people in the audience, the auditorium can see the live.
It's
action.
a pity we can't show it actually, because there's
the
lady pros mentoring. She's coaching the player.
Yes.
And then there's these other strong players who were trying to help. And, it's very exciting just watching them. And so we have a couple of pros there, and we have some amateurs looking on.
I would turn my laptop around, but I'm afraid I'm going to break some cables.
Yeah.
But we can only describe it to you via verbal language.
And they're all crowded around the table. When you have a lot of pros helping like that, sometimes they interfere with each other.
Yes.
And so I was keeping quiet when I was down there. I was trying not to interfere.
Yes.
So the board position is a bit complicated and hard for black to choose how to play. And the position, the situation where they're commencing the game is a bit complicated too, because they have a lot of strong players right next to each other.
They seem to be enjoying themselves, so
they're enjoying themselves.
There's not so much arguing as I see.
Yeah. But I think it's probably a bit confusing for the players. The players trying to get straight story.
Is it? Well, how do you rate black's chances of coming out on top in this fight? Because as we've analyzed, right, it seems rather dangerous that white could just wade into that right side due to black's.
As I was saying, by trying to attack white on the lower side here, from the center of the board, black's job became much more complicated. It would have been much more simple if black had taken Hye-yeon's advice and just lived on the left side. I think that would have been the more the straightforward way to play. So this is something that I would already feel a bit uncomfortable with playing. But we saw yesterday. You never know what. I still have to figure out how that happened. And who was winning it when the computer was on.
Yeah, no, I'll send you the keyboard. I have it.
So I have to count that game.
So by the way, the third player for the female team has entered the room. So I think we're going to expect some live action pretty soon, in just a few moments. But yeah, that game yesterday.
Yeah.
That was something.
I'm pretty sure the human team was losing up to the final stages.
Yeah.
But of course, so it's going to be tricky because there were so many mistakes, and even the computer was making a number of mistakes. So it's going to be tricky to find out which was the final losing mistake.
Right.
It's going to be tricky.
It'd be interesting to see the win rate graph if we put into a different.
A more healthy AI.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting.
So it's probably gonna be lots of ups and downs because you usually don't see that in AI games. They just climb all the way to the top and it stays there.
It'll look more like a human game.
Right. Okay, we're seeing some more moves on board now. So without further ado, let's jump right back in.
Okay, so this was the other way of trying to cut.
So yeah, this
is
is.
the other way, and so white can push through and connect here.
But we go back to this one, huh?
We're back on this one. So how is white planning to handle this? I mean black.
Doesn't seem so elementary now.
Maybe this kind of connection. It looks very dangerous, but black is one move ahead. So let's just go through that.
Yeah.
So this way. It looks like black is short on liberties. And we're just going to ignore this cut here.
Yeah.
Because that would just complicate my... and usually white would be playing Atari here, but in this case white cannot. So maybe black is just going to do that. And it looks like black can connect underneath. So this move here, which I played, is the culprit here. So white has to be a bit more clever and do something like this.
To hopefully cut off the back door, right?
Right, to cut off the black back door. And now white can play here.
With that exchange, now things are different.
Yeah, it's different. It's a lot better than having the stone here because this is in the way.
Definitely.
Black plays here. Now the keystones are in Atari. This is going to be a ko.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Ko would be fun. Yeah.
It'll be fun.
Yesterday we beat the computer.
Yeah, of course.
We'll reminisce as that happens.
Yeah.
Or white can play here.
Looks like we're going there.
Okay, we're getting there. It's white's turn here. White has this move, which I was just showing you. Actually, this is better shape.
Yeah. By the way, the male players cannot enter the room, right? But they cannot enter this room at any given moment, so they probably don't know what we're talking about.
They don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. So in this case, if black plays the outside connection, white can still, this time white can cut and go all the way down and capture these black stones.
Yes.
So if black simply connects, then white can play here. Black has 4 liberties here. It means that even if white just starts filling liberties, that's a win for white.
So would you say this is like a make or break moment for actually both players? Because
it's very important here for white to find the right move. Like this looks like it's maybe the best move.
Yes.
And if black plays here, let's say white plays here, and white again could play here. It looks again difficult for black. But one mistake here, white loses the whole group here on the left, and it will develop into kind of a fight to capture here. So it's going to be a fight between this black group, probably against this white group. This white group still has some room. So like if we have this kind of thing, there's no way black can kill that white group. So I'd say this is the best move. This is the second best move. And this is the tricky move that doesn't work, as we showed earlier. Black can just push through here. It's really fun when you treat it as a kind of a pedagogy problem. When black plays here. It's not really valid because white has issues on the upper side also there. But it's a fun diagram. But it's more effective for white to play underneath.
Yeah.
So white is taking his time here, or is it the time? For
I think so. James, is the male team allowed to pause on their own? No, they can't. So they have to play on their own, right?
So it means he's just thinking, right?
Yeah.
So
but are we sending them enough like food and water to?
They're not allowed to eat. No.
Or at least drink water, right?
If they think too long, then they're gonna starve.
Yeah.
Poor guys.
Oh man. Now I feel kind of bad. We were. I know.
I think the whole object was to give them trouble. The strongest players.
Well, I think we're still waiting on the next move, so there's that.
So there's this move. There's this. This move is maybe a bit less clear. This is pretty clear.
Yeah, I think the mentors are still anxiously waiting on the next move. They probably know as well. This is perhaps the most important moment of the game.
Well, it's good. I would say the white player is correct to take his time. So he played this one.
Yeah.
This one is maybe not so clear. Black has to answer that. This is probably a good way for black to answer. And white will play on the outside.
Right, what's gonna cut everything off?
Black will play here. White will play here.
But there's a ko.
It's gonna be a ko.
Ooh.
We reminisce of the time we beat the computer. And black doesn't have any good ko threats. Black does not have any good ko threats.
I overheard something in Chinese that is about finding a ko, so I think they're
looking.
Yeah, they're looking at this.
Black does not have a good ko threat. This is a big ko threat, and even this is not big enough.
Wow.
It's a very embarrassing.
Yeah, there's a lot of collateral damage here.
And this is like it's just it's not really a lot. It's just taking 5 stones here.
But compared to what's happening in the bottom right,
this is probably a win for white.
Well, that's the silence of death.
Silence of death. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was just mourning black's fate. Otherwise, white has ko threats, so white might answer this once.
Right.
White has to answer twice if white answers once.
Well, maybe white thinks that there will be enough ko threats over there, but this is also related to the white group as well.
White has to play local ko threats.
Okay.
White has this push to be a ko threat.
Yes.
Black can cut here or answer underneath. If black cuts, white takes the ko. Black has 2 ko threats here. But white has a ko threat here. So this is okay for white.
And there's no ladder, right?
We're fighting the ko here.
Yes.
It doesn't matter whether it's a ladder or not.
I see, yes.
It is a ladder. No, it's not, is it?
Yeah,
it's not a ladder.
Just checking.
It doesn't matter. If black plays here, white takes the ko. Black has another ko threat here. In this case, white's just going to play from underneath. White still has a ko threat here. It's the same story. Or white can play the ko threat here. This is better. So black does not have enough ko threats for this ko. Okay. It's a different. The game is different. Okay.
Yeah. So what happens? Black.
Okay. Black played here.
Squeezed.
Black played here. White played here. Now there's nothing that black can do. Black cannot capture white stones because this just doesn't work. So all black can get is the one stone. So we're in this position. Black has 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2. Black plays here. Now, if white just straight goes for black, like it would be like this. Just to do it directly. White is already winning by 1 move.
Oh, that's not good.
Suddenly, the mentors are very quiet. Very quiet. Yeah.
While they're listening to you,
and listening.
You've always been the voice of reason.
You're mourning. Okay, so black can capture the 1 stone, can cut, and I just showed you that actually white is already winning by 1 move. It's better for white to jump out, and now those stones will have a lot of liberties. These white stones, or the other stones that black might try to fight against, they have enough liberties too. So it's a very, after black has played this move, it becomes very difficult for white.
Yeah.
So this is the case where you tried to kill a big dragon, and your little dragon died instead. So that's where white was hitting the weak points in black's position, and was very successfully counterattacking.
Yeah, it doesn't help that black had weaknesses in the shape.
White hasn't played this move yet. We never know.
Okay.
Maybe white's gonna.
Connect.
Yeah, gonna connect. Yeah. Yeah. People like to save their stones. So then black would play here and play here. And then it would be, we'd be starting up again.
It'll be more in the other room.
You never know. Maybe white could make 2 eyes somehow.
Yeah, but certainly it's
then throw away these 5 stones.
Yeah.
And white would be only about 20 points behind. So that would be more exciting.
Hopefully that happens.
You could go into the other room and convince to the player to tell him to connect, not to give up any stones.
That's the essence of Go, right? You never give up one single stone that you play.
You know, you put the stone on the board. You should take
Yeah,
care of it.
it's like
Yeah.
investment already.
Right.
How do you throw it away?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, we're seeing more moves. Oh yes, so there's one move coming up.
Oh, nasty guy.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, that's bad.
We were a bit too late.
Okay.
Well, okay, Black's trying to make this captain race happen, but
Well, the guys are playing exactly the variations that I was showing, so this is voting bad for white, bad for black.
yeah.
So white has at least 4 liberties here, and about 4 liberties here. So a total of about 8 liberties, 7 or 8 liberties.
Mm-hmm.
So if we look at it this way, and we assume that white cannot extend the liberties here, that's so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if we look at it this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
Now black has
doesn't look
1,
like
2,
7.
3, 4, 5. Black has 5. You're losing by 2 moves. That's something you don't call a semi-eye. We could get a ko here, but when the ko happens, it's only 4 liberties. So now black's losing by 3 moves with a ko attached. So that would be a 2-move approach ko, something like that.
Yeah. A multi-step ko.
A multi-step ko. Well, an approach ko is I think it's a.
Or
In Japanese, you call it a yosei ko.
a ko of despair.
A ko of despair.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Black's trying to. Black's trying to.
So
fight.
whatever white does, black does have that desperate ko.
Exchange already.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. Whatever white does here, black has the opportunity to make that, unless white plays a hane. Hane would take away black's chance of their ko.
Yeah.
So black would have 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties left. White would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Mm-hmm.
When it's two moves different, obviously white's going to win, and you don't even call it a semi-eye. Semi-eye is a one move difference.
Oh really? So the definition it
includes,
right?
The strict definition is that you have to be losing by 1 move to call it a semi-eye.
So if
it's 2 moves or more, it's just dead. You don't even call it semi-eye.
It's not even a close race, right? So
you can just call it, so far dead group. But at this point, there's still the potential to make a ko. And this would be an approach ko, but it would be fairly close now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important that white probably wants to put a stone in somewhere, wherever white plays. Like white could fight in the center. The problem with moves like this, in this case, I think it's going to work. But sometimes when you try to save all of your stones like this, you end up filling your own liberties.
Right.
Which is a bad idea.
You never know.
So like this could happen, this could happen, this could happen.
Yes.
White actually has filled up 1 liberty. White can afford to fill up a liberty. But when you get greedy like that, you can get into trouble.
Or perhaps you fill your liberties until you have exactly 1 more,
Right.
and then you start filling.
Well, that's what the computer programs do. Well, white could save just 1 stone this way, giving up 2 stones. Now white would be okay. Now white has not wasted a liberty.
Mm-hmm.
If black tries to squeeze from this side, white still has 3 liberties. So this would not be losing a liberty. Oh. Well, it would be losing a move. So, but in this case, maybe it would be worth it, because then white could play here, and white still has 1, 2. Black has 4 liberties. White has 5. So white is 1 move ahead. These semi-eye confuse some people, but they're actually very simple because all you have to do is you have to be able to count.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be able to count the number of moves. Which is pretty straightforward. But people sort of give up and say, I don't like semi-eyes.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is very straightforward, right? You got 2 battalions under siege, and then whoever has more ammunition, air, food, water survives last, right?
I never thought of it that way. Yeah, well, that's interesting.
Yeah. Could be.
Sort of strange, but interesting.
Yeah, like they're mutually surrounding each other.
So if we go through this straightforwardly with black playing here, white playing here, and like this, white has to play 4 moves, black has to play 5 moves. It's white's turn. So white's already winning. So the only way for black to stay in this semi-eye, black got 1 extra chance. Black can play here and create a ko. Black can create a ko here, and it's going to be like this, like this, like this, like this, like this. White starts fighting the ko. In order to make it a direct ko, black has to play 2 more moves. It's white's turn right now, but black has to play 2 moves, and so it's a 2-move approach ko.
Yes.
Instead, black played the normal move. This is the relatively soft landing because black is taking profit while sacrificing the stones. So it's relatively soft landing.
But actually, white already has the descent.
And white can curl around here.
Yeah.
So
that's... Well,
black,
not yet.
So if white plays here, then it's not going to be a call.
Then it's just unconditionally dead.
Yeah. Or white could spend a move here, a stone. Now this would be fun. Let's try this one. Now, if black cuts here, obviously this is a double Atari, right?
Oh.
Yeah, double Atari. And so black saves the 3 stones. You know, you'd rather save 3 stones than 2 stones.
I see where we're going with this.
Yeah. And so now black plays here. Let's see how the semi turns out. Suddenly white's behind the move.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is how black should play.
That's a chance.
Yeah.
That's a chance.
So it looks like white can save the 3 stones, but actually white cannot. So white plays here. Black pretends that she doesn't know double Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, maybe and now you see if white figures it out, now white can probably still win. So you have to be look upset when you connect it.
What about the other way? Because white can also target the other way, right? Isn't that even more fun actually?
It's dangerous for black. This way, let's see.
Yeah.
But it's okay. All you have to do is connect on the right side. And these stones are in trouble. You run off. Usually when you're being herded off to the end of the board, edge of the board like this, it's bad. But if black can capture these 3 stones. Yeah.
Close call.
Close call. White's dead. Everything is dead.
Yeah.
So that would be a win for black.
But
so I'd say
nope, white's not taking the bait.
Oh no.
Boring.
Nasty guy. Yeah, nasty guy. Oh, there was that.
Well, that's it then.
It's
There's no
because
go.
white was winning by 2 moves.
There's no go.
Yeah. I think it was because they didn't like to listen to Cho Hye. You know, she had that great idea of living on the side. Yeah, that would be better.
Well, still a pretty good game, nevertheless. I think, well, it's only 3:45. I suppose we still have some time after this, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's only.
Are the players maybe going to say something after the game?
We could. We could get 1 or 2 players after the game, right? All right, so we'll do that. Yeah, so far it's been a lot of fun. I think even though it wasn't a very close result in the end, we did have a very enthralling fight. And it's nice of White to actually, despite having no assistance from the professional mentors, right? Not taking the bait and just playing it safe.
Well, they should have limited the mentor to 1 person at a time. I think that would have made a difference.
They should have sent the mentor to pivots.
Just stand behind them in a room? Yeah, that would work.
Yeah, but they keep saying the wrong moves, right?
They could have just been tuning to this channel, and then they would, okay. They would listen to me. Or listen to Cho Hye-yeon, either one.
Yes. But yeah, great game, great effort from both teams, has to be said. I think this just shows us, how strong these players can be. Actually, overall, it was still a pretty good quality game. Early on, I think Black was facing some pressure on the top, but yeah, managed to live. And in the end, it just wasn't meant to be. But Black put together a good fight as well. So, all right, we're gonna take a short break, and we'll come back and hear from maybe 1 or 2 players. We will be back very soon. Okay, we're back from the break. We're just gonna grab one of the players, or actually we'll interview 1 player from each team after this match. This has been very fun. The gals versus guys special event this afternoon. It's gonna end now, but we will not cut out the stream today because we still have more content from Mr. Redmond. So please don't go away. This afternoon is not over just yet because we'll feature 1 more actually professional game commentary, not a live game, but a review. So there's more stuff to come later on. But anyway, I'm here with Lucas Yo, from Singapore. He was actually the 2nd player from Team Southeast Asia Guys, and congrats on the victory. Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
So you're the 2nd player, right? How did you feel when you were playing the game?
I feel that both players played pretty well, and it was a cool game.
Yeah. Your part was when you're trying to chase this group, right? Or what happened when you were at the table?
I was kind of expecting the one of this move. So
Uh-huh.
I was trying to leave the corner, then I'll attack it from outside. So after I leave the corner, then I will start to attack it from outside. Then I'll try to build a moyo in the center.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that felt pretty good at that moment, right? 'Cause
Yes, I did feel that White had a successful ending because I had the corner and both the outside, even though the two stones have some bad IG.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so actually that developed good foundations for the victory later, perhaps, right? There could be something. In case you guys missed, we're talking about some potential, invasion or settlement on the left side. So that could be a factor of uncertainty. But yeah, overall, I think it was still a really good sequence that you played out, right? So after that, I think White was White was on their way to the lead. So well done. How do you rate the way your teammates played throughout this match, and how do you think the girls' team played? That's your opposing team.
I think both sides played pretty well, but my teammate didn't play super good in terms of fighting. Then
He's the third guy who came up, right?
yes,
Yeah, he was ruthless here. Like, I mean, didn't even shy away from the challenge.
with 20 minutes, I don't think I can figure out a way to kill the stones.
Yeah, but he managed, huh?
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Then the starting was also played pretty well by the other teammate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he managed to get this climb right here, but he forgot to Atari.
Yeah, maybe he's passing the ball to the other guy, right? Which is you coming up. Maybe he's leaving that for you. All right. Well, once again, congrats for victory. And just last question: did you enjoy this experience today?
Yes, I feel that this was a wonderful experience for both the guys and the girls.
Mm-hmm. Let's hope that James is more kind to you guys next time, right? At least bring some like water or some small snacks for God's sake. It's not easy being isolated in that room, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks so much, Lucas. A round of applause for Lucas, please. We'll come back. We're gonna have another short interview. We'll be back in just a moment with a member of the girls' team. All right, guys. We have another interview with a member of the girls' team. Just finished playing. I'm here with Tan Yan Ying, 1Q from Malaysia. A round of applause for Yan Ying, please. So yeah, that was a great game. Did you enjoy it?
Yes.
You were the you were the first, second, or third player?
Second.
Second. Oh, so you were playing against Lucas, right? When this is when you are trying to live here, right? How did you feel when you were playing?
Scared.
Yeah. It's a lot of scary stuff here, right? He was going for this, huh? But you managed, right? You made it. Which is great because we were I was here with Hye-yeon and we're saying this could be dangerous, right? But you managed in the end. Yeah, so that's really wonderful. Did you get a chance to see your teammates play? Did you look at their moves as well?
Yes.
How do you think they played? I mean, this was a good fight, right? All right. Okay. One last question. Did you enjoy this event today? You were, talking to the pro teachers as well. Did you learn a lot?
Yes.
All right. Well, that's why we do this, right? All right. A round of applause for Yan Ying, please. All right. And you're on TV now. Can you believe it? This is being broadcasted to 190 something countries. No, I'm just kidding. We're not that popular. All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, there's more content to be followed. There will be more, professional game commentaries, not live but recorded, and there's a lot of wisdom out there that can be learned. So we hope you guys will stick around for more. Hey guys, we're back with more live content from the first Southeast Asia Go Congress today, live from the Asian Civilizations Museum in Singapore. So the previous event just ended. Unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be a super long. Oh, okay, maybe in some ways it's good to be not such a long game, but yeah, very interesting fight from both teams there. But now we're gonna proceed with more from Mr. Michael Redmond, Nine Professional. And I think the plan tomorrow, by the way, this is kind of related to tomorrow's event, so I'm gonna plug it just very briefly. Tomorrow from 1 to 3 p.m. from here in the auditorium, we're gonna have a special event. This wasn't on the calendar, but it's kind of a treat for all of you viewers out there. Mr. Redmond will be reviewing an assortment of Japanese professional games and discuss the impact of AI on play patterns. So yeah, Michael, take it away.
Okay. Well, when I came to Singapore, I had the idea that at some point I would like to do a set of commentaries and talk about how AIs have changed the way we play the game. And so I chose a set of games, and I had to choose one from Hane Naoki. So he's one of the players in this game because he's a player who is very sort of obstinately refusing to play the AI style. But from his play, you can see that he's studying it, but he's decided that it didn't match his game. And he likes territory, and he's really good at diving into his opponent's big moyos. So we're going to see that in play. He's sort of doing an anti-AI style. So can you show me some moves?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So in this game, as you can see on the screen there, I think it's a game between Yamashita Keiko, a Nami professional,
Yeah.
and Hane Naoki. So
Yeah, and if I review the whole game, I'd probably get in trouble with the sponsor, so I'll just give you a part of it.
Really?
Yeah.
But we're good for now, right?
Yeah, so far I think I'm okay.
Okay.
Especially if I give you the wrong moves, but
Yes.
I'll try to do well.
Yeah.
So his opponent, Yamashita Keigo, is also very famous, world famous. He's a strong player.
Mm-hmm.
He's also a player who has a very distinct style. So it's difficult for him to change. He has a style that he likes to play, and he does best playing his own style. But it happens that he likes to play big shimaris, and it happens that he likes to press on the fifth line, so it would be the moves like this, right? He likes that move. He likes a lot of the moves that the AIs are suggesting. So he had no trouble mimicking it in some parts. So he even tried the 3-3 invasion, which isn't really his style. He tried it once or twice. But people got really surprised when he dived into the 3-3 point because they thought that wasn't his style.
Yeah. He had been possessed by the spirit of Leader Zero.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he stopped doing that. He was a bit miffed that people were so shocked when he jumped to the 3-3 point when everyone else was doing it. But I think he stopped doing it because they were so surprised. But he really likes to play big moyos. You often will see him playing this kind of a big shimari, usually with a star point. So in this game he started with 3-4. It didn't quite happen. Maybe if his opponent had played this way, he would have played the big shimari. He really likes this shimari. So he gets into an AI type of opening.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he answered here. He also likes this kind of thick move, very solid move in the upper right corner. Again, this is a move that is sometimes suggested by AIs. Like they like to play here, they like to play the knight's move. Both of these get pretty good scores.
Mm-hmm.
Could you move a few more moves?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. So they like both of these moves. I think in a position like this where black has a friendly stone in the lower right corner, it might be more likely that the AI would suggest this kind of move.
That's one of the modern choices that have been popularized.
Right, yeah. But sometimes the AI will suggest a kosumi in similar positions. So it's okay. And so for white, again, the AI would be suggesting for white to play some kind of move in the lower left corner like this. But Hane really likes the territory, so he's going to invite his opponent to press him. And actually, there was an amazing game he played against Shibano Toramaru, who is now maybe the strongest player in Japan.
He's the young Meijin now, right?
Yeah, he took 2 titles away from Iyama, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's 2.
Yeah.
At least Meijin, yes.
Sure.
He was the youngest Meijin in history in Japan because he was still a teenager.
Yeah.
Just by a few weeks. a couple of weeks. I think he won 4-2, but if it had gone to the seventh game, he would have been 20 years old. So it was that close, but he managed to win the Meijin when he was a teenager. So there was this amazing game between Hane and Torano Shibamaru, in which it was a very similar opening where Black had pressed on the fifth line here, and when Shibano pressed more, Hane just continued extending. It was something like extending about this far, and like people would be really afraid to be playing this kind of thing, especially when they know that the AI will be giving Black a good score. But Hane just sort of dived into the moyo later. And I decided not to bring that game. I decided not to show you.
Yeah.
Because it was really crazy, very difficult to understand.
Really?
And even if I could work it out, I wasn't confident that I could explain it in a easy to understand way.
Sure.
So I gave up on that game. It was amazing. You can probably find it on the internet somewhere. Black plays a pincer here. So this is sort of old style. Nowadays, a lot of the time people are playing a one to the right here, but it seems to be good balance with that white shimari on the left. And white plays here. Again, it's an old style move, so you can see Hane is obstinately refusing to play the computer move. I bet if we asked Leela, we'd get this move.
Actually, we can.
We can ask Leela.
Yeah, actually, there isn't a
You're
huge
asking a
percentage
different,
change.
yeah. But we could ask.
Yeah. Now that we're here,
ask Leela.
Yeah. Well, actually, yeah, OGS is a cool update, huh? Okay, maybe later, but for the time being, judging by the initial numbers of the win rate, there doesn't seem to be a huge change, even though split you mentioned is old fashioned.
It's not bad, but I bet the first move is probably the 3 point.
Yeah. So yeah.
So white plays here. This is the old style move. It's the way humans understood positions like this. You play a Waryuchi, you split the side. You leave room for a 2-space extension. So it works to a certain extent.
So yeah, it's gonna 2-space jump.
And I think Black played on this side. Did he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. So Black has a nice moyo with the pressing move behind it. This is supposed to be fairly good for Black. And Black extended. This is a point where actually I would probably choose to play something like this. And playing extensions on the side has become a bit rare. It's a reasonable move from old standards, but it will make it easy for White. For instance, if White plays this one, I bet we're seeing that move as a suggestion here.
Yeah.
This is a very efficient way for White to live in the corner. Playing this with forcing and then sliding into the corner. This is something that has been seen before in professional games, so it's like almost a joseki-like shape that has been played a lot. And the drawback of an attachment like this is that it gives Black solid shape. But when Black has played a 2-space extension like this, it becomes a slightly over-concentrated shape.
Right.
So this would be, for instance, it would be better for Black if Black's extension was a bit further away.
That's the more textbook.
Yeah. And so it's okay. People feel that it's okay to play this attachment now, since Black is a bit over-concentrated. And White's already alive. So, and if Black leaves it, then White can jump out later. So this is okay for White. Hane didn't play that way. He jumped, I think.
Yeah, he.
Oh, he slided immediately.
He slid, yeah.
Immediately. And as I recall, the moment Yamashita played this move, his winning percentage went down.
Actually, we're not seeing it here, but
but
perhaps we'll give the AI a bit more
on my
time.
machine, sometimes it's different with the number of searches you get and stuff like that.
Because sometimes the AI might change its decision, right?
Yeah, right.
But certainly it was a minus we're seeing here.
Yeah, jumping first, and in this position, I think the idea that Lilo was trying to convey to me, if you might say, is that the attachment is a better move here. And if White plays a Hane underneath, Black can play this move. This would just be good for Black. This would anyone would know that this is good for Black.
Yeah, White's being pressed very low, right?
And it's going to be one more move. And if White plays a Hane underneath,
Yeah, and actually that's one of the suggested sequences that came up.
And this also would be white living underneath. And I think it was supposed to be slightly better for black to start with the jump here. But in any case, this would be the move that black is looking to play next.
Yeah.
So that kind of thing. But playing underneath here, black doesn't have that opportunity. So when I looked at it, this gave black a bad percentage. I was just using this game to show how Hye has played sort of moves that people hesitate to play now, because this position already, when black is pressed on the fifth line, it's supposed to be bad for white.
Yeah, he's rowing against the tide, huh?
Yeah, and you get bad scores if you do that usually. And so, and then white's not doing anything about the moyo either, and playing in a very traditional kind of style. And Hye is a player who can do that. He makes it work, and I find his games very interesting, sort of amusing actually. But he's very strong, and he's actually having a good year this year.
Yeah, I think he picked up a title, didn't he, of some sort?
I don't remember.
Or maybe it was a former title.
Yeah.
Okay.
He used to have a lot of he used to have titles.
Yes.
Okay, move forward a few moves. Yeah. Okay, so black covered here. White played the nice move. And here we're going to see some typical Yamashita attacking. He's a very strong attacking player, and so he's sort of going all out to attack white and taking away white's eyes. This knight's move is an important shape. It's weaker players would tend to play a Hye here, but that's not so effective because it helps white move out into the center. So black plays the knight's move, and if white extends here, that's a forcing move, but black still has a stone here in a fairly good place. So this is it's slightly unusual, but it's a good shape move here, so it's worth remembering. White jumps out, black is waiting with the attachment here. Again, Yamashita, he plays really well when he's attacking. So this is an example of how he's attacking. If white plays here, black cuts, white is faced with a choice here. White can clasp the one stone, but that just makes it easy for black to surround white.
Right.
So this would be painful. I think white could probably live maybe with something like this, but it's going to be very painful.
It's going to help black a lot on the outside.
Black's going to be very strong on the outside, and we'll have sente. We'll have the tempo to move maybe to the left side next. The other choice for white would be to play here, and black would have a slightly weaker shape on the outside. But the problem with this is that there's this weak point here, where black can. This is just one way that black can take away most of white's territory. So white's territory is weak on the other side. The other way black can do it is black can play from this side. This is more dangerous, because if white plays here, black can actually capture the 3 stones.
Oh wow, that's huge.
And if white plays here, now in this case, black has some potential to take away white's eye space. So white has one secure eye and has to expand that into 2 eyes now. So when black plays this attachment and white pushes through, black can cut, and white is already faced with a difficult choice here. With black already, in any case, black is looking at to surround white with this move.
And I guess once white's sealed in, there's not much of a chance for, or actually
Well,
a very slight
like
chance.
I was saying, for instance, in this case,
Yeah.
White can probably survive. If we say white plays something like this, white can probably survive because white is threatening to break out here. If black pulls away, white can always make a scrape out alive there. It's very painful, very painful. So this would be good, just good for black. It's better for white to dodge away from this. So we have this position.
Yeah.
White curls underneath. So this is a very important move that white played here. Black jumped.
Yeah, still trying to surround, I guess.
And again, black is surrounding white. If white plays here, then black will probably play here and then connect. And here.
Yeah, it's a cut.
Black can slip in maybe a peep here and extend, threaten ladder. And then if black gets sente to play this point, it looks like it's going to be trouble for white. So that's
Yeah,
bad for
doesn't
white.
look good.
It's dangerous. So instead of doing that, white starts by putting just a little bit more pressure on black. So white starts with this move. Black has to be careful because this black group is not alive either. So black starts with this.
Yeah, which is what we did in the game.
Yeah. And now black's going to play a peep.
And actually, from my lead of 0 here, it shows an 11% drop just for the connection.
Mm-hmm.
And then white's going to block, and then black peeps. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
And now this is tricky. Normally white would play something like this. And I think the idea is that Yamashita is planning to play something on the outside and let white live in the corner. And black has the opportunity later to kill white. Well, or at least take away white's eyes. White's going to live, of course, but in the process, maybe black's going to get the territory on the lower side. So that's the idea. White countered by, you'd think white countered by playing here. White starts with this, you're not supposed to play a move just because it's sente. So it's a kind of a, not the move you would expect.
Yeah.
But white already knows that there's maybe he's going to throw away these stones. So he's just putting this exchange in while he can.
So can black
really
cut
tricky.
right now, or
If black
no,
cuts,
not
white can cut. This is really very, very painful.
Oh man.
White could start maybe even with this one. And you can see black sort of falling apart on the outside, and on the right side it didn't even work. Yeah, so why would you just, laughing at this point?
Yeah.
So that doesn't quite work. Black is sort of itching to cut there, but cannot cut yet. Black has to connect.
That's
And now white
irritating.
plays here. Black has played this peep, so black has to make something happen. So black cuts here. So if white plays like this, white would be able to save the 3 stones, but black would have a better shape on the outside. Black might even start with this move and make some trouble for white there, because black with this extra stone, it's going to be hard for white to move out.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of that, white captures the 1 stone, making thickness towards the center of the board. And once white has this position, actually that group in the corner is pretty safe now, because white now can connect up in the center of the board. For instance, if white just plays, let's see, how should white go about it? White has a number of ways to try to get out. Like if we say this is forcing, white could jump here. White could just curl around and play a Hane on the outside. Usually this is going to be okay. White also could start by making sure he has an eye there, and with a potential eye there, it doesn't really matter. White can go back and live at any point. This is all going to happen after black tries to kill the white group.
Mm-hmm.
So white's safe there, and white has a Ponuki-like shape in the center of the board. Black got the territory. White just plays on the left side.
That looks nice.
This is typical of Hane. When he gets a chance, he just takes his own territory. He doesn't care that the opponent looks like he has a moyo. It doesn't matter. He loves that. He wants to dive in later. He's waiting for it to get more tight, and then he's going to jump in.
Wish I had that kind of skill.
So black plays here. I think black's a little bit annoyed at this point, trying to take the eyes away from the white group. If white answers here, this is going to be a good exchange for black. And black will probably be playing something towards the moyo. I don't know. Black doesn't really want to surround the corner because it's open on the side here in the end of the game. And so usually you would be protecting the 3-3 area.
Yeah.
But it's not a very good territory anyway. So in this game, maybe black's going to play something towards the side and allow white to live in the corner. And when white does that, for instance, if we have something like this, then we're going to see how that black peep works to make a connection here.
Yeah.
And when white lives in the corner, we'll see that because white lived in the corner in the process, white's stones on the outside are not alive now. So black could play something like this, forcing white to make a life maybe. Black could play maybe something on the outside. You can see white's group here is going to be in trouble.
Yeah, they're under attack.
Under attack. And meanwhile, black's going to maybe get some territory in there. This is sort of off the bat, but it looks like a good move. Maybe a bit further in the center.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. So it's since it's not white would probably find a better way to live in the corner, but it's going to be a bit. There's a negative aspect to living in the corner, so that I would suggest black plays something on the outside. on the side, that is.
Yeah.
So instead, white played here. Now this is a really nice move. If black just simply answers like this,
Oh, that's much better now,
there's
right?
a cut here that black has to worry about. The whole point that in this case, this exchange was profitable for black. In some cases, it takes away white's eye. In some cases, as in this case, for instance, it was helping black connect up to the cornerstone, right? It's creating a connection. There's also the fact that this stone is, at this point, is really light. So if white plays something like this, and then plays here, this time black's just going to throw the one stone away.
Yeah, because it's not important now,
it's
right?
not important anymore. Black could even just play away, but maybe Yamashita wouldn't do that. He's still looking to take away white's eyes. So he might play here.
Yeah, he's still agitated.
Yeah, but like it would be very inefficient for white. So white starts with this, and in this case, white would be waiting for black to connect, and then black would have to deal with the cut here.
So it's heavier now.
Yeah. So instead, Yamashita he likes the moves that look special, like moves like this. He's going to the move that's really active.
Yeah, it's a pleasant visual quality to it.
It's a pleasant visual quality. The computer programs probably don't like it very much, giving a lot of territory to white. So this is what happened.
Yeah. One of their style points in Leo Zero's mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the actual game. So
yeah, and black played here. This looks like a reasonable move. Black does have a forcing move here. It's not necessary to play it. And white jumped. He's not worried at all about this moyo. Like, you would think that white is going to allow black to surround this.
Yeah, like look at all these points now, right?
Black plays here. Oh, he played here. Yeah, that was more solid. Okay, it's black territory, right? Looks like territory.
You never know with pros, right? They could do something.
Hane was just waiting for this. Like it's time to invade when you think it's territory. He's very similar to Chochukun in this. Chochukun was like that.
Yes.
He would wait until you solidified your moyo.
The explosives artist.
Yeah, he doesn't invade the moyo. He waits until it's territory.
Yeah, but you really gotta master your sabaki skills for that too.
Right. Yes, it's very dangerous. If you imitate that, you usually lose your group.
Yeah, this will end very well for us amateurs.
So white plays this weird-looking nozoki, the peep here. This is actually, if you imagine that actually this exchange is on the board, then there's no problem with this. It looks very normal now. Yeah. It looks a bit abnormal when you don't have that, because it looks like you're playing a peep at a place where you could have played here.
Yeah, it's like a misclick.
But that's just kind of a hallucination. It's actually, you have to realize that there's a forcing move here for black, so it's perfectly okay to peep. And this is well timed when white has 2 ways to play an Atari, and also has the option of just saving through the 2 stones here, curling around. So he peeps now, black answers, white jumps, still holding in reserve these forcing moves, and then he finally plays this way, erasing most of the black territory. So that was quick.
Yeah, it's all part of the plan, right?
Yeah. So it's already a lot. Part of the reason this was so easy for white is that white had this super strong position on the right side. So taking this territory, getting squeezed like that, he was actually creating a strong group here as a backbone, you might say, for white to dive into black's territory. And half of the territory seems to have disappeared already. By the way, if black extends here, this is a very weak player's mistake. White would just be very happy just to squeeze like this.
Yeah.
So play here.
Pleasant ride.
Yeah. And this is the famous carpenter square.
Yes.
This turns into ko's all the time.
Don't make me solve that.
Yeah, it turns into ko's. Turns into ko's.
Yeah.
White actually has various ways to attack this. White could, I think white could start with this and then play here. So it's like if white plays the Atari, it's a real carpenter square.
Right.
And it's going to be some kind of a ko. After white.
We can show that.
It's going to be some kind of a ko.
Yeah.
Well, black can play an Atari here. This is sort of complicated by the fact that if white does this and then this, it's a dangerous ko for white too. So white probably doesn't want to do that type of ko.
Okay.
But if white plays something like this, it's going to be a ko.
Right.
And the carpenter square, there's a lot of variations of kos that you can choose from. It's very easy to go around, so don't worry about it.
Yeah.
And when you ask the computer, it doesn't care. Like any kind of ko is okay, and it's not big enough to do it right now. So you wait for a while. And
Yeah, it's like the 10,000 year code thing.
It's sort of like a 10,000. Well, the one I was showing you just now is probably going to be it's a 10,000 year. Let's just show you that one. So a 10,000 year ko is when you have a shape like this in the corner, and if white connects the ko, this is going to be a seki, because there's no way that white can add a stone to make a dead shape. If white adds a stone, it's going to be alive. If white adds a stone here, it's going to be alive. Black has 2 eyes. If black plays a tori, now it's going to be a 5-stone nakata. It's going to be a dead shape.
Dead and gote, right?
Yeah, dead and gote. So white cannot connect here. If black fills the liberty, then white can connect. Now it's dead.
But it's dead in sente.
Yeah. So white will be fighting this ko indefinitely, and gradually, white has to fill the outside liberties. So at this point, we get to a point where if white plays, black didn't want to play here anyway. So if white plays here, it's going to turn into a real ko. But if black plays here, it's still going to die. So they just leave this indefinitely.
Basically, no one does anything, right?
Until white decides he has enough ko threads to win, or just wants to play the ko, he can play the ko anytime. But white since black cannot capture here, if black captures here, again, if black connects, it's going to be dead. So there's very few ways for black to finish this ko. The only way that black can finish the ko is if he has a lot of ko threads. If he has enough ko threads, he can play this way. White takes first, good ko for white. But if black has an abundance of ko threads, he could finish the ko this way and win the ko. This is very rare. Like when you're trying to keep the ko staying like this as long as possible, you don't usually want to fill your own liberty like this. Only if you know exactly how many ko threads you have. So both players leave this position to the end of the game, and finally white erases some ko threads and starts the ko. So it takes a long time. Like you can have this ko started in the opening, and it's going to last the end game.
Yeah. It's like one of those
Redmond
weird
reviews. There was a game very recently, wasn't
Yes.
Where
By the way, you can check out those videos on our AJ YouTube, because there was a game like that, and I think Mr. Redmond was playing himself, and there was a 10,000 year ko.
And my opponent tried to kill me.
But
it was in that case, it was not the final 1-step ko thing. It was sort of a 3-step ko. So it was very hard for black to make it work. So the point is that it's really bad to save that 1 stone, because it's giving you trouble on all sides.
Yeah.
So black dived in here, right? Let's just do a few more moves.
Sure.
I have trouble stopping once I start.
I know, you're quite a machine.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. So black dived in here.
Yeah.
And white played here. And this is really tricky. But basically, it's going to be difficult for white to kill everything. For instance, if white connects here, then black can slide underneath. And you can see a kind of a connection building here. So if white plays like this, like this is a pretty strong way for white to play. Black can always play something like this. Black has the curling move here, which is creating some aji for black to make some forcing moves.
It almost looks like one of the invasions from the previous game, right? Black was trying to make some aji.
This is sort of like the variation that Hye-yeon was suggesting.
Yeah.
In the guys versus gals, gals versus guys, whichever. Yeah. So Hane shows his flexibility. He just played on this side. So he's going to capture this black stone, making it a present that black gave to white, and he's going to let those stones out. And again, this is a move you see a lot. White has a weak point, a cutting point here, and even if black peeps here, it's going to be painful. So
why does it fix that?
A normal move would be to play here, and he's just playing slightly more forcefully with the attachment. Black can play a hane on the top. White will pull back and have the hane underneath later. If black plays a hane underneath, again white will pull back, and now he has a forcing move on top. This will be useful when white attacks the 4 black stones. So that's the whole idea behind this attachment. It's a bit more forceful in a position where white is sort of attacking black on the left side. So
Yeah, and he has to deal with that now,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
And so white played the honey on top. Here.
Mm-hmm.
And very calmly he goes down. This is an important move here. In a position where you're attacking, you sometimes get a bit excited. You get excited? Yeah, I get excited when I'm attacking. And you forget to defend. But it's very important to defend here. If you play something on the outside, black's going to peep here.
Ouch.
And connect underneath. That would be goodbye to all your territory.
Right.
So this is very important to play here. And you can see white has an extremely efficient shape here. Black was trying to combine the two invasions here to make a living shape. White used the order of moves, like whichever side black plays first, white is going to take the other side, something like that, or take that side. So white made use of the fact that black had started with this stone. That now you can see the exchange of these two stones. It's really helping white. So white, it wasn't as if black made a mistake, but white took advantage of the order of moves to take the profit on this side by making this black move a bad exchange.
Yeah, it seems like up until this point, white never really, dropped below 50% of win rate, and now he's at 85% according to my data zero.
Right. Oh, that means the game is pretty much over. So it's a good point for me to stop. After this, it's actually pretty boring because it's going to be an end game.
Yeah, I think it was pretty peaceful after this. But of course, we can check out the SGF. I'm going to send that link actually right now. So you can see this game in full context.
Mm-hmm. But it's an example of how Hane in his openings almost constantly, if you look up his games, you'll find it. It's more pronounced in recent years after when everyone is playing the AI style. He's more exaggerated in his allowing his opponent to press from above. It was always his style because he's great playing inside the opponent's moyo.
Yeah.
Or even reducing the moyo to win by territory sometimes. He's really good at handling his opponent's moyos. He doesn't like to build a moyo himself. He just likes small, compact territories.
Yeah.
And he adds them up to make enough to win. And so it's a kind of an example, not so radical maybe, but it's an example of his style. And his style has become more pronounced now.
It's like a fashion statement. Right?
Yeah. And he's very stubborn about that. And it's working very well this year. He has a good record this year, I think.
If you can win, right?
Yeah.
Who's to say your style is wrong, right?
Most players have trouble when they invade their opponent's moyos, even professionals. But I think he's a very orthodox looking player, and he has very good reading when he's invading his opponent's moyos.
Yeah, that's really interesting, isn't it? Because we constantly see a higher frequency of AI moves, right, in today's professional games, and now we think, well, this must be the right way to play Go now. But the fact is, as long as you have good skills, right, you can still follow your own style and make a game out of it.
So today I was showing you a game of a player who was not playing the AI style.
Right.
Tomorrow we're going to be talking about games with players who use the AIs to study and are building from that and changing their game and using the AI. The fact that everyone studies AIs, actually there's Chou Wu. What was his Chinese name?
Zhang Xu.
Zhang Xu, okay. Did I say that right? Okay.
You can work on the tones later, but...
Yeah. And he is studying with the AI. He also knows that his opponent is studying, and he's actually taking that fight one step further. It's going to be interesting tomorrow when I talk about that. That was one of the games that I wanted to show you.
Mm-hmm.
But since I have a number of games by players who are using AI like that, today I was just concentrating on this one game against a player I like a lot, and I cannot emulate him because I'm not so good at dealing with my opponent's moyos as he is.
Yeah, great game. Of course, as you mentioned, we're going to look forward to tomorrow's session, right? We'll have more games on demand for you. We have actually a total of 5 SGF key booths over there, so we should have plenty of material to talk about. I think we're just going to start tomorrow at 1. We're still working out the schedule for broadcasting tomorrow, but if we do get more time, I'm sure Mr. Redmond would love to share more insights from those games with us. So, this is really great stuff. We shall look forward to the session tomorrow with you.
Sure.
And by the way, tomorrow morning, before that, there will be a tiny appetizer, of course, to the meal, and that is the sixth and final round of the Masters division of the tournament. So just to brief you guys on what's going to happen. We will start at 9:30 or 9:30 to 9:45. We'll have some interviews. We'll have some professional commentaries of the last round. So whoever, we're going to find out who wins this whole main tournament. Who's going to be crowned champion in the first Southeast Asia Go Congress. And in the afternoon, of course, we have this session, and hopefully we'll get a hold of the first game of the Singaporean 7th title match, which is very exciting because it features two of the strongest amateur players from Singapore who have come through a very tough test. So that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much to, of course, Maeda Sensei, Hye-yeon Sensei, and Redmond Sensei, who provided wonderful commentary for us. We'll see you tomorrow.